Hi everyone, welcome to the DeFi Exchange with Alex from VNX. Welcome, Alex.
Thank you very much, Michael. Pleasure to be here.
Alex, maybe to start, could you do a quick introduction of yourself?
My name is Alexander Tkachenko, and I'm the founder and CEO of VNX. VNX is a real-world asset platform, which is based in Liechtenstein. I'm now in Liechtenstein, and we're issuing tokens which are backed by precious metals, such as VNX Gold, or fiat referencing tokens, such as VNX Euro and VNX Swiss franc. I myself, before joining the blockchain and crypto world, was a VC investing into a number of the startups in blockchain as well as in artificial intelligence or kind of deep tech or technology companies, platform companies. And in early 2017, I got quite interested by the cryptocurrencies and started to explore these opportunities. And at some point decided that this is the area where there are a lot of growth potential and also the potential to change a very, very large industry, traditional finance, probably one of the largest in the world. And this is how VNX came into life.
Amazing. And given how real-world assets has been a narrative for quite some time, and it's quite a regulated environment, maybe you could talk through how VNX is positioned for this.
Absolutely. VNX is registered with the Liechtenstein Financial Market Authority, FMA, as a blockchain company. Out of the, I think, 8 categories of the licenses or the registrations that are in Liechtenstein, VNX has 5. And we operate within the full compliance with the regulatory environment, but also with AML KYC. I think this is one of the most difficult topics in crypto. And I've been in this space for 5-6 years, and VNX has always had a policy of following the regulations. So we have quite a strong team which does KYC AML, both for the crypto, including the chain analysis or analysis of the transactions on the chain, as well as in traditional finance. Plus, of course, we have submitted all our documents, and we're following what is prescribed by them, by the regulators in terms of our activities.
So, I mean, 100%. So it's quite an important topic, especially moving into this next wave or phase where regulation is inevitable. Just as to talk through the actual tokenization process. Obviously, VNX has been largely focused on the gold side. You've also mentioned the Swiss franc. Could you maybe talk through what that tokenization looks like? So when someone says you're buying tokenized gold, what does that? What is it ultimately meaning? What is that structure, or how is it actually achieved to actually then tokenize a particular asset?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So what is important is that all of our tokens are backed by real-world assets. So let's take an example of the VNX Gold. Each token is backed by physical metal, which is stored here in Liechtenstein, literally about 1 kilometer from where I sit. There's quite a large storage facility as well as trading facility in precious metals. So what is happening is when we receive a request, for example, for issuance of the 1,000 VNX gold tokens, which is 1 kilogram bars, 1 kilogram bar, we send this information to the trading company. We receive a confirmation of the specific bar with a number, with the manufacturer, and then once this confirmation is received, the money which was placed on the platform by the customer is debited and then will be sent to the trading facility, and the VNX gold tokens are issued. And each customer can actually go to the lookup feature on the platform, and they can confirm to which bar their tokens are linked to. So it's a very, very specific operation. Each token is backed by precious metals, and they're stored here in Liechtenstein. We as a company, we accept euro, Swiss franc, or we accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, and payments in USDC, as well as, of course, people can deposit VNX fiat referencing tokens or VNX Gold on our platform. And they can withdraw in all of these assets. What is important is in 1 kilogram bars, customers can actually withdraw physical gold, or they can arrange a delivery if they, for one or another reason, do not feel comfortable or not interested to get physical gold here in Liechtenstein.
So each, let's say, VNX Gold tokenized asset, there's a reference to the actual physical. And as you said, that you can track that on the VNX platform itself, so that you can see the actual reference. Then moving it into the blockchain space, like in terms of DeFi. Maybe talk us through what that is looking currently. Why would someone want to tokenize and move it into DeFi? And I'll also give my own thoughts around that as well.
Mm-hmm. I think DeFi as a space is a very interesting phenomenon because it really is supplementing the current financial system. It makes it cheaper. It makes it less friction, or it makes transactions with less frictions. What is important for DeFi is availability of the real world assets, such as fiat referencing tokens, for example, Swiss franc, euro, or gold, being present on the DeFi, because that then allows for the transactions, for example, pools that are created, which allow for a seamless exchange between different assets, or for the lending and borrowing or peer-to-peer transactions to happen. You need to have a reference of the value. And VNX provides that reference of the value, be it gold, be it euro, be it Swiss franc, whatever people are comfortable with. And then it facilitates those transactions. Therefore, I think for DeFi, we are one of the key pillars for the development of DeFi ecosystems. And we see a huge advantage of working in DeFi or working with different platforms, making sure that VNX tokens can be accepted or are accepted on those platforms. So that's for sure, I think, is one of the key focus areas for us.
And maybe just talking about, so that let's say the primary issuance is done via the VNX platform, given it is a regulated space, there's KYC involved. Post that, once it's tokenized, is KYC still an item required for a secondary market for trading, or is that more open, essentially similar to what the Forex market is at the moment? We require customers who obviously purchase the tokens on the VNX platform and as well as deposit, but the peer-to-peer transactions between the customers are done as it is done at the moment. So there is no, unless the platforms themselves have KYC or AML policies, we do not impose that on different platforms that operate. Gotcha. Yeah. So maybe just touching a bit back on DeFi. So of course, where it becomes interesting as well, when you've got real world assets on chain, there are at stability in terms of a collateral. So if you are a DeFi project, let's maybe start there as a project building in the space. If you've got some of your treasury as in a VNX Gold or Swiss franc, you've got a more stable collateral than holding, let's say, overall crypto. Of course, as a user, you could lend out this collateral and borrow against a stable asset. So I think overall, the having real world assets on chain is going to increase the stability of one, DeFi projects in terms of a treasury, and two, also general accessibility. Like we know that a DeFi market is highly accessible to people from all corners of the globe. So getting access to these assets that typically are not accessible is an interesting value proposition as well. And maybe Alex, talk us through what is expected in terms of integration on Tezos.
Tezos has been a target for integration for VNX for some time. We're really honored to work with your team, Michael. We really appreciate the speed, the focus that you place on working with us. We see Tezos ecosystem as a very well developed from the kind of DeFi point of view. There is lending and borrowing, there is peer-to-peer transaction platform, there are DeFi pools. So what we are planning to do in the near future is that VNX fiat referencing tokens, as well as VNX tokens, which are backed by precious metals, will be issued and available on Tezos. So customers will be able to onboard on the VNX platform and buy or get those assets on Tezos ecosystem. Then they will be able to withdraw with your help or with the help of the foundation. We will be working on availability of the VNX assets with different DeFi protocols and platforms. We also will work with Tezos Foundations for the Tezos Foundation for the availability of the VNX assets on other centralized platforms, exchanges, so that customers have a wider possibility to get VNX assets and then to use them within the Tezos ecosystem. DeFi pools would be, of course, first area where we will focus, but lending and borrowing or usage of the VNX assets as collateral second, and then usage of or availability of the VNX assets for the issuance of the synthetic assets, I think will be also of the focus for us.
Gotcha. Thank you, Alex. And maybe just talking about the future of where VNX is going. Do you want to maybe just touch on about what is the future, what we can all look forward to in terms of the focus of VNX?
Mm-hmm. I think for us, expansion of the real world asset is number one priority. This year, in my view, has given a dramatic boost to the European blockchain and crypto companies. Very quickly, Europe is becoming a hub for the development of the compliant blockchain and crypto ecosystem. So I see that for us, for the next few years, building, connecting, making our products available will be fundamentally important. We see that our products, even though we're based in Europe, we're focused on Europe, will be in large use or demand in other parts of the world, especially in the countries with weak financial systems, where access to the stable real world regulated or compliant products would be an important factor to hedge against inflation, expropriation, or all sorts of negative developments in life. And our job would be to work with specifically Tezos Foundation to make sure that we're widely available to DeFi, to centralized exchanges, or generally to the companies who would like to use it. So I think this would be the key focus for us, but I guess also in partnership with Tezos in the next 2-3 years. So more reliable, stable, real-world assets that would be available in a compliant and regulated manner.
You touched on a couple of very key points there, given that, again, as we see regulation evolve, also we've seen a number of let's call it friction points within blockchain, not really blockchain companies, more around centralized companies, the likes of FTX and others, where people want to, work with a compliant sort of structure, and that's what VNX is bringing to the table, is a compliant structure within the EU framework. So I'm really happy to have you on board, you and the team on board, Alex. And yeah, all the best. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you very much, Michael. Really appreciate working with you and with Tezos team. Thank you.